Hi guys, so I'm out here today with my good friend Lucian, and today we're going to be taking some pictures for Instagram. So I know a lot of the time it's really difficult to think of Instagram content, and my secret is to come with my good friend Lucian and batch some photos. So I'll bring a couple of outfits, a few hairbands to make it look like they're all taken at different times, but this is the secret. Obviously in between the photo shoot photos I put up ones that I take on my iPhone and stuff as well, but it really helps you bring up the quality of your page. So here's Lucian's top tips on taking photos for Instagram.
Right guys, so my top tip would be, in this generation that we live in at the moment, 2018 is going to be the social media sort of revolution. So I think for anybody who's trying to crush this game in social media, definitely make sure that you have either a photographer or a best friend having a good camera and taking some good quality pictures, guys. I think they are key to your next game in social media games. So yeah.
And although Lucian has his professional camera here, you know, iPhones these days, Android phones, they have brilliant cameras. So you can take good quality photos, get the lighting right, get the angles right. Utilize
everything they have in your potential to just get the best quality for yourself. I think it's tremendously, it's key, yeah.
Last time we took how many photos?
So I think more than 300-400, but out of that, imagine if you're gonna have a stock footage of 30 pictures, let's say, and from there you can select every single day, have one picture to post, at least one picture to post, guys.
That's it. So it's been like 6 months since our last photo shoot, and I've posted nearly every day consistently with those photos, and a few I took myself. So it just shows you one day of taking photographs can go 6 months or more.
A long way. It makes a difference. It does.
So get batching your content, guys.
When it comes to taking pictures, the best idea is to try to be as natural as possible at the very beginning. Almost get candid-like photos where you aren't looking directly at the camera, and this will help you ease into having the photos taken. Because trust me, if you're not a model, it's not always the most comfortable. But like I'm doing here, just play around with different poses and positions, and eventually you'll find something that works. My top tip here is, before you go out with a friend or a photographer, stand in the mirror, and as silly as that may sound, pick out your best 5 or 6 poses, look at your facial expressions, look at your body language, and then just keep producing these ones throughout the photo shoot. This way, you'll be sure to get something that you like, and you'll also get something that is aesthetically pleasing for your Instagram page. Another top tip is, do not be shy. You're probably going to see people out and about in public, because generally this is the best place to take photos, and of course there's going to be members of the public there. But don't worry about other people, just keep doing your thing. They don't know why you're there taking pictures. It could be for anything, so just don't worry about it. Keep posing and keep smiling.
I am ready. From that little bend. You see that bend? Right, all the way there. Right, okay. I'm just trying to get a different dynamic and perspective of it. Right, come from there and run, and in that curve there, where the curve is, I'm going to try and show you right there, okay? So let's do a couple of them. Okay, and see how we do it, okay? Right, looks good.
So like I said earlier, it's perfectly fine to film things and take pictures on your iPhone or your Android phone. You know, smartphones these days have awesome cameras, and you can get really high quality photos. But it does come in handy if you have a friend that's a photographer, or if you can afford a professional photo shoot. Because then you can move from just still shots to more dynamic shots, like me and Lucian are doing here. We worked hard on dynamic shots this time round, and I'm so happy with the results. So be sure to check out my Instagram page at PHOTOGRPAHY to see the photos, because these are what I'll be using for my content over the next few months.
Once you get here, I'm going to snap quite soon, okay? I want to this way, so your left arm gets to be
I'm especially lucky to have Lucian as a friend and a photographer and someone that's into fitness, because he knows exactly what he's looking for in these shots, and it just makes it so much easier for me. So like I said earlier, I'm no model and I don't really know what I'm doing, but we just try different positions and different poses in different environments and setups to give my pictures more depth. I think the main thing to concentrate on is just having fun whilst you're doing this, because that will come across in the pictures. If you look nervous and uncomfortable, the pictures aren't going to come out right. So make sure you're with a trusted friend or a trusted photographer and you'll get some great snaps.
And so this is what I mean about batching content, guys. We're already on outfit number 3. That's lots of photos, lots of content for your Instagram page. What are we doing now, Lucian?
So what we're trying to establish now, we're just getting a nice composition of what we're trying to do. We're going to test it out, and after that, lovely model Lauren for the day, she's going to demonstrate it, which is going to look like this. We're trying to get a jumping sort of position. See the end results after.
Woo!
And remember, use all the tools in your arsenal. I was an ex-gymnast, so shots like this where I'm jumping in the air are easy for me, but they come out great.
And again, please.
I think that's about all the tips I can give you on the photos that you're going to take. Just have fun, play around, and you'll get something good. And if you're at a point in the photo shoot where you can't think what to do, just do what I do in this next clip and have a look on bodybuilding.com, Gymshark. Take some inspiration from those photos.
We have the money shot.
It took us about like 10 attempts, but hopefully you can see it, guys.
We just got some glare.
Well, it's not easy, but yeah, there you go. You have it there. We're going to try and edit it, and you're going to see the end result. Obviously, check out Lauren Carey Fitness Instagram, okay?
And whilst you're there, Lucian Fit Life. About halfway through the photo shoot, I'm absolutely knackered. I've been running and jumping and looping. I'm in another outfit now, so we've got even more content for the Instagram. So you can see how easy it is. If you just take 50 photos per outfit, you're gonna get at least 10, 15 decent ones out of there. And then if you change your outfits, that's at least like a month's worth of content. So this is just the easiest way to do it. I don't always wear makeup, and so I don't always feel comfortable having photos for Instagram. But now I've got my makeup on, you may as well make use of it. Go, Lucian. Give me a pose. Oh yeah. Woo! Now that we're done with the photography side of Instagram, we're going to focus on making captions. Now, finding meaningful content each day is difficult. However, posting a random picture with a generalized quote is about as good as not posting at all. We all know by now that you need to post on Instagram at least once a day to keep your audience entertained. But for now, let this entertain you.
So much better with music.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that, but for now, back to our captions. So, engaging with people is essential to building a following. Your audience needs to be able to relate to you and know who you are to want to follow you. Some things I do to pick up content along the way is, even in just my daily life, if I read something or I see something or watch something that interests me, I'll make a note of it in my iPhone. And later that night, I'll do some more research. I'll have a look around Instagram. I'll have a look around Google. I'll have a look on bodybuilding.com. And what I'll do is I'll take that thought and I'll expand on it. making sure that this caption is going to inspire my followers and create some engagement too. This takes me nicely onto my second point. You need to know what your niche is on Instagram. So obviously mine is fitness. And at the same time, you need to understand who your audience is going to be. So right now, I believe that my audience are 20-something females. So when I'm thinking about writing my caption, I think about these 20-year-old fitness enthusiasts. And I think about the problems that they face in their everyday life and what maybe I can help them with, questions I can answer, things that are going to be relatable. Because if things are relatable to your audience, that's the best way to promote organic engagement and therefore growth. So how do you reach this audience that you've chosen? Well, firstly, look at popular hashtags to see topics that are current and interesting for people, things that people are talking about in your niche. And always remember to put the most important and most engaging bit of your caption at the start, as this is the first thing that people will see. The idea is to grasp people's attention and interest, and then they will read more. Remember to keep your captions at a good length. You don't want it to be really short, as this won't be very engaging, but also not too long as to risk putting off the readers. Another tip I can give you to encourage engagement on your post is to ask a question in your caption. It's such a good way to get people interacting with your post and your page. If you ask a question that a lot of people have an opinion on or have problems with, then you're guaranteed to get more comments and therefore more engagement. Another way to get people onto your page is to partner or to collaborate with other fitness influencers. This can expand your reach and make your page more interesting. Obviously, going on from this is sponsorships and collaborations with companies. Now, this might take you a while to work up towards, but if you're following all of the tips I've given previously and posting high quality photos and good captions, these sponsorship deals will come to you. You just have to learn to be patient. The Instagram market is saturated with fitness influencers, so you need to find a way to make yourself stand out. The way I do it is by putting in crazy jumps and leaps like this, because I know that not everybody has these photos on their page, and I know that they're going to be interesting and they'll stand out. Don't forget to edit your photos well with good contrast and a good chronological layout for your page, including the same filters and themes and tones. This way, your page will look more aesthetically pleasing to people who visit it.
Ooh, even this one is nice, man. Look at that.
And this is just how good Lucian is. Already editing one of the photos for my Instagram story. Looking good. And that's the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope you got some helpful tips. I've put all the little top tips in the comments below, so make sure you give them a read, screenshot it, and work on those things every day. There's a plethora of information about how to come up with good Instagram content, how to grow your engagement, grow your followers all over the internet. So just take some time, research it, be consistent, give valuable content, and be patient. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, comment below. And if you've got any good tips for Instagram content or tips on engagement, also let me know below. As well as commenting, guys, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, as it really helps me out. Make sure you head on over to my Instagram page to check out the photos we took today, and I'll see you in the next one.